we interrupt your regular World Cup 2030 broadcast here to have a look at some club news. Yes, hello, welcome into Living Sports here for another episode of Glory Hunter on Football Manager 22. We do have the quarter-final of the World Cup coming up in this episode, but before we get to that, Manchester United, you can see in front of me here, we can also see that they don't currently have a manager, and that's because they sacked their manager at the end of the year, and they've offered me a job interview. So before we get into that, I just thought I would have a look at Manchester United here, because as I say, they have offered us a job interview, so we're going to be doing that interview in just a moment. But I thought it was worth looking at Man United to see how they've got on recently, and perhaps explain why I think I would quite like to take this Manchester United job. Let's have a look at previous years in the league. They came third last year, 11 points behind Chelsea, but before that, league champions. The year before that, third place. The league before that, fourth. And champions the year before that. So the last 5 years, they've been champions 2 of those 5 years. They're pretty good. Also, if we have a look at European competitions, and perhaps have a look at history and past winners, they have been in the final of the Champions League the last 3 years. Winning it 3 years ago, winning it 2 years ago, and runner-up to AC Milan last year. They also were in the final, 5 years ago and 7 years ago as well. They've been in the final quite a lot. They've won 3 Champions Leagues since we've been in this Glory Hunter save, and they've been runner-up on 2 occasions. This could tick off that Champions League that we need to tick off. We're not good enough at Monaco at the moment to do it, but we could be good enough for Man United. Imagine a quick jump over to England, win all the stuff we need to win with Man United, and then we'll need to come back to France and then go to Germany as well. I can imagine us doing that. And the reason that I'm thinking about going to Man United, again, we're only got an interview. We don't necessarily have the definite confirmation that we're going to get to go to Man United, but considering it anyway, is that with Monaco, it's really, really hard to try and get past PSG. So last year, we set the record number of points for coming second ever in Liga, and this PSG side we're up against at the moment are just outstanding. I'm hoping in 3 or 4 years they might not be as good. They've got a lot of kind of players in their 30s who'll hopefully start to decline. And maybe we can come back and try and topple them at some point later on in France. If not, I'm still happy to stay with Monaco and try and do it this year. This is why I was having a look around to see what jobs are available. There weren't really a lot of jobs available, but Man United, they sacked their manager after they came runner-up in the Champions League. That's how much Man United are expecting. They've got a pretty good side. And yet, I think I would quite like this job. So we're going to go to the interview and attend this interview, and we'll see if we interview well here. Let's get started. Can you ease your concerns that you've never previously managed in this country? I think I'll say that my experience, my standing in the game should quell any concerns, or the fact I've experienced in other countries should hopefully make up for the fact I'm yet to work here. My standing in the game should quell that. Some people might be inclined to say that you're taking some of the risk by leaving what's being considered a safe job. I've managed clubs of this size before, and it's not an adjustment. I think that is what I'm going to say. Can you tell me how you intend to handle the workload of both club and national? I'll just say, I'm confident in my ability. Why have you felt acceptable to apply for a number of jobs well employed by other teams? Now, I have done that in the past, that is true. But I'll just say that I'll not let anything get in the way of my ambition to further my career prospects. Are you able to ease or worries how you've tended to handle the media in the past? No, because I don't go to press conferences, but I'll say if I'm getting the right results on the pitch, then what's the problem? We'd like to know how you intend to establish yourself as a club manager. Are you able to take charge now, or do you need more time to join the club? I'll say that I am ready as soon as you need me. I feel as if I've been kind of bitten in the past when I said, can you leave it until the end of the season? Can you leave it till I finish the competition? And they go somewhere else because they want someone in early. So I'm going to say I'm ready as soon as you need me. Would you be comfortable working with a director of football? Yes. As part of the recruitment process, we're willing to allow you to request change to our current backroom staff. I would say, I won't need a budget, as I'm not looking to make any changes. And the current vision, the reason I say I'm not looking to make changes, the more that you say you want to do stuff and cost money, the less likely they are to hire you. I've found that in the past. So if you say I don't want to spend too much money, they might be more happy with that. So the current vision for the future, they want to develop the club's youth system, play entertaining, attacking football, sign young players and sign high reputation players. And the ongoing plan is to work within the wage budget, minimum 4-year contracts, maintain the best youth system in the country and the world, maintain the most reputable team in Europe and England and as the world, and a maximum 1-year contract for players over the age of 32. At the end of this year, they would like us to get to the final of the Champions League, top 4 in the Premier League, the final FA Cup, and then basically continue to be doing that. I think I'll agree. That's fine by me. If Hard would expect you to challenge for the European Champions Cup qualification, yes. I think we could challenge for a league title, or will I say agree? I'd say agree for top 4. It's a tough division. And I've just looked at this number here. This is another reason why I was wanting to leave Monaco. Not only is it a tough league to try and topple PSG, but we only have a £23 million transfer budget this year. That's not a lot of money. We're going to have to sell players before we bring them in. They've offered me a transfer budget of £246 million here with Man United. That is absolutely crazy. And we've never worked with that sort of money before without having to earn it. We've spent that sort of money in the window before, but we've had to earn that money by selling players beforehand. But this is without even selling players. 246 million. I think that is good. And the wage budget is £6 million a week. That's a ridiculous amount of money. We're currently spending 3. We've just brought it down to about 2.5 at Monaco after some players have left. That's double the wage budget in Monaco. So surely we're able to win trophies with £6 million as a transfer budget. Yes, I'm happy with that. Do you have any more requests? No. And that's all for now. And that's our meeting with Man United over. Our job interview done. Will we be the Man United manager when we come back to our club career? You'll have to wait till after this World Cup to find out. And this could be the last one before the World Cup is over, because we might not beat Spain here in the quarterfinals. It's a tough game as we turn our head to Portugal yet again. We've had our interview with Man United. Let's leave it be. If we have a look at the job centre, Martin Di Michaelis is currently the favourite, the current Sporting Club de Portugal manager. He was manager at the second Bayern team for a while, and then has been at Brescia in Italy. I fancy I might be a bit better than Martin Di Michaelis as a manager. We'll see if Man United agree with that. That'll come in the future. Let's turn our head to Portugal yet again, and we play up against Spain in the quarterfinals of the World Cup. Can we get through? Let's find out. The other semi-finals are as follows. We would play the winner of Switzerland and Norway should we beat Spain, and Scotland and France play against each other, and they would play the winner of Brazil and Argentina. So let's get into the game up against Spain. Let's show you the team. It's been a not football manager game playing episode so far. We had an interview to talk through, but let's get into this game. It should be a good one up against Spain. Let's see if we can get to the semi-final of the World Cup. Right, here we are. We're just going to make one change from our last first 11 as it was. We had some Tadleys and Trincao, so we're going to bring on Felix for him, but the team looks like this: Costa, Diaz, Ignacio, Dallo and Mendes, Neves, Silva, Fernandes in midfield, Felix and Leao either side of Ramos. Ramos is a bit tired, as is Ignacio, but they're both going to play because this game I think is going to be tougher than whoever we face in the semi. So we get through this and we can maybe rotate slightly for that semi-final. Maybe not fully, it's a semi-final of World Cup, but we'll be able to rotate slightly for that one. So these 11 men out there go and get us a win against hosts Spain. We've played so well so far here in the World Cup. Lots of big victories for us. Can we continue that up against hosts Spain? Let's find out. We are still playing our red. Spain are playing in their white in this one. And so far, the first 15-20 minutes of the game, we have had the shots. None of them have been highlights, but we have had the shots. Here we go. First highlight of the game, in Spain have the ball here. Pedri back to Nico. Out to Cucurella on this left-hand side. Jeremy Pino plays the ball into the middle. Emphatic, good challenge there from Ignacio at centre-back. First chance of the game for Spain. It was the first highlight of the game. The score is still 0-0. It's been a bit boring so far. Let's see if it can get a bit more exciting. Hopefully in our favour though, as Dani Olmo finds Nico. Brahim Diaz comes in field, finds Fati. Jeremy Pino wide of the goal. Two big chances for Spain there, but we are still holding on. And we've reached half-time, and the score is 0-0. And we've not seen any of our chances yet, but we have been, dominating the game so far. A bit more of the ball, a few more shots. But Spain have had the highlights. And Dani Olmo has a free kick here from about 35-40 yards out. He plays it to Pedro Porro, who comes forward. Now, he had himself, he does, and what a strike from a right back. That is absolutely ridiculous. No one marked him. He just managed to run free on goal here. Look at this. He gets a short ball here and no one marks him. We try and close him down, but don't close him down very well. And he gets a bit just inside the box, hits it, goal, and 1-0. And we need to do something here to change this around. As Bruno Fernandes swings in a corner ball, Ignacio heads it, it's cleared off the line. João Felix collects it. Well, he hit it, he does. It skied over the bar. We're going to have to make some changes. The midfield's not playing well at all here. Particularly Bernardo Silva's not playing well, so he's going to come off. We're going to bring on Nunes in that position. And over on the left, Leao's tired as well, so we'll bring on Joelson Fernandes for him. But we could be going out of the World Cup here at the quarter-final stage. We've got the ball on the left here. Fernandes with it, plays it back to Mendes and then gets it back. Joelson loses the ball, but Mendes wins it back. And Bruno Fernandes now with it. Plays the ball in. Ramos doesn't get the header, but Mendes wins it. Joelson Fernandes off the outside of the post. What an effort from him. Half an hour to go now. We're dominating this game, but we're down 1-0. We're going to change the attacking mentality. And we're going to shout, demand some more as there's 15 minutes to go. Now just 10. Some poor performances from us out there still. João Felix not playing well. We'll bring on Trincao to play on that right-hand side. As this highlight probably is going to end up in nothing because it happened when we're making some changes. But we'll see what happens as Neves has it. Finds Felix. Will he hit it? He reaches a byline. He's got the ball back again after the deflection into Bruno Fernandes. It's cleared off the 6-yard line by the defender. And there's just 10 minutes to go. And we are down 1-0 in this one. Fire up the team. Just added time to come now. We've dominated this game so far. We're going to get knocked out, aren't we, by the host Spain? We are indeed. Oh, and the World Cup dream is over. And that was a poor attacking performance. Defensively, we were solid. We've dominated that game. We should have scored. We should have won that. I'm not happy at all. And it looks like we're going to end our career as Portugal manager with a 1-0 loss to Spain in the quarterfinals of the World Cup. That's very disappointing indeed. This team's getting too old. I don't think we're going to be able to continue and be successful here as Portugal manager. We might have to leave. We might get sacked, to be honest, because they were expecting to get further in the competition. That's very disappointing indeed. We've been criticised for our performance. And we've got some Portugal problems, apparently. So they say, as we've been knocked out of the World Cup. That's hugely disappointing. And it means that the World Cup episodes finish today as France just get through. Thanks to Niang there. Our man at Monaco getting 2 goals, knocking out Scotland, which is disappointing for me. Portugal duty does indeed end. And we'll see who gets to the semi-final as the other quarterfinals are on today. Spain and France have already confirmed their place in the next round. I wonder if he'll get sacked before any of this happens. Argentina have beaten Brazil. Switzerland have beaten Norway, which means that France play Argentina and Spain play Switzerland in the semi-finals of the World Cup. Well, that's a disappointing way to end this episode, but it's opened things up very nicely indeed. We might be getting ourselves a new club job And we might be getting ourselves a new international job as well after this. There could be big changes here in Glory Hunter at the end of our 9th year of a Glory Hunter. We did not win this World Cup, but we're going to have to try and find ourselves an international team who could win the World Cup in 2034 and 2038, because there's only 2 more chances for us to try to win the World Cup. So if you have enjoyed this one, it's been pretty interesting for what's going to happen for the future of the series. Please leave a like on the video, even though we lost 1-0. Please leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Leave a comment down below. See if you think, what national team should we go to if we've got a chance of going anywhere. England were knocked out pretty early on. Maybe we could get the England job. You never know. Could be interesting. Leave a comment down below who you think we should go to. And leave a comment if you think we should go to Man United if they offer us the job. Until the next one, it's going to be the start of the club season. Is it going to be with Monaco? Is it going to be with Man United? You'll have to hang about till the next one to find out. Until then, see you then.